Hello, I'm Kate Stichina. You are watching InstaForex News. The list of reasons for the purchase of the US dollar continues to advance. This is connected with the fact that on Friday the data most probably will testify about the sharp recovery of the labor market in the USA. The dollar is also positively influenced by the fact that the interest rate spread continues to change in favor of the dollar, the major counterparts of which are the euro and the Japanese yen. This week the euro has already declined to new 4-year low against the dollar because the market participants were assessing the economic and political risks connected with the rescue of Eurozone countries burdened with sovereign debts. The conclusions made by investors were not positive. In this case, the probability of the default remains high, and the future of the common European currency is still indefinite. If these reasons are not enough for the euro sale, then the disappointing economic indexes of the region can be taken into account. The data published on Thursday showed that sales in Eurozone dropped by 1.2% in April. This points to the fact that the situation in consumer sector maintains negative. The current conditions are also unfavorable, whereas the most part of Eurozone countries will have to take measures on the toughening of the monetary policy. Thereby, even optimists who talk about the steadiness of the Eurozone economy, trying to convince that the region revives, will lose confidence soon. Meanwhile, the European Central Bank again had to carry out the quantitative easing for the liquidity provision in the fiscal sector. In this case, it is unlikely that the ECB will start to mention about the raise of the interest rates at this stage. As against the data of Eurozone, the economic data of the USA continue to exceed the forecasts. Since the consumer price inflation remains restrained, the US Federal Reserve System almost does not face pressure for the advance of the interest rates. However, according to the increase of the interest rate by the Bank of Canada earlier this week, the upward pressure of the interest rates starts to strengthen. This hardly can be said about Japan, where the Prime Minister Yokio Hatayama resigned this week. New Prime Minister of Japan most probably will follow the extra soft monetary policy. The former Finance Minister of Japan, Naoto Kan, who on Friday won the elections of new leader of country's dominant party, gave to understand that he prefers the lower rate of the yen. Such dynamics of the yen guarantees that the recovery of the Japanese economy, the motive factor of which is the export, is steady. Thereby, when taking into account the possibility of the stiffening of the bank's regulation in the USA, which makes the credits less available, and the settlement of the fiscal stimulation at the US labor market, which will deprive the housing sector of support, the US economy continues to show the encouraging dynamics amid the total recovery of the world's economy. As a result, the US dollar remains as the key currency for purchase. It was Forex News provided to you by InstaForex News team. Goodbye.